What's going on, everyone? And welcome back. I hope everybody's having a good day. Folks, got another good Mars photo for you. Now, this is an oldie but a goodie. Now, when you first look at this, it's very low res. It's trash, to be honest with you. And I believe it's from Opportunity, and I believe it's Sol 258. Here's the problem with it. When I looked at the photo ID, even Googling it, it's nowhere to be found. So you would think it would come up at least NASA site, like it typically would, and it would show you other photos from that Sol. Well, it's nowhere to be found. And it's not unusual because I've had this happen to me where you can have a certain photo for like a while back and somehow they moved it. There's some videos I've done way back, probably around, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. And people say, I don't see the link. Now, there was a link to it back in the day, but clearly they moved things around, and this is not uncommon. So I can give you the link to it, but it's not going to help you. I can give you the actual ID to the photo, and you can go from there. But other than that, yeah. So this is going to be a nav cam photo, and it's pretty interesting. Let's just jump right into it and check it out. Okay, here's the photo right here, and you can see it's just got a lot of foreground. It's the background that I'm really interested in. And up in the upper left, you got NRB, which I believe is the Opportunity rover. I could be wrong on that, but I'll double check this to be sure for you guys. But it is the nav cam, and it is 258, I believe, and it's a JPEG. And this one here is just complete garbage as far as I'm concerned. So I don't expect to get small, really good details. It's the bigger things I'm interested in. And I think you'll agree that this is not a mountain in any way, shape, or form. Okay? Just this alone, right here on the very top of the photo in the middle, I'm going around with my cursor. Just the shapes in the side of this so-called hill tells me that this is artificial. This is not natural. Now, let's just jump right into Photoshop because we can zoom into a whole lot better, right? Okay, here we are. Now, again, I'm just going to zoom into this. This is pretty cool because when I saw this, and again, I believe I'd done this video a while back, so I figured I'd revisit it because a lot of people haven't seen this one yet, and I find it really, really cool. All right, so right off the bat, again, we're going to look at this area right here. Check that out, folks. I'm not going to do a thing to this right here. I can see what looks like this. I'm going to go back and forth with it. You see the lines, and you'll see the yellow lines that I put in. Okay? They're pretty much spot on. They're faint, but they're there. Okay? We also have something up here. It looks like some kind of opening. Going across and then back down. There appears to be something in here. You can see something white in here. And there's actually something else you'll see kind of sticking up. It's doing this. It's kind of weird. You'll see that in a second. Really, really cool. Okay? If we were to go all the way to the left, right here, in fact, I'm going to zoom into this, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. Now, you can see these striations right here. You can see doing this here. These are not very straight lines, but you get the idea. You'll see this in a minute. When I take that away, you can see these lines. Now, if you look at it, it looks like one kind of does this, but I'm not sure. It's very faint when you see it coming down. So it makes you wonder, is this a giant structure or complex of some sort? Now, here's the problem with it. Once you fully enhance this, there's a lot going on. And because it's really poor quality, and you would expect that, some people go, well, it's because you're using a JPEG. Well, I got news for you. Some JPEGs are a lot better than others. I believe they're digitally taking out pixels to make this thing look the way it is. So sometimes you can put a little blur into these, and they're not too bad. Like this crap right here. This is garbage. They put right over the top of this, so whatever they're trying to hide. But even this area right here, I can see it going down like this. Okay? And I can see what looks like something doing this. At least that's the way it appears when you first look at it. So let's back this up. Now we're going to go to the next level of enhancement. Now, folks, just this alone, like I said, just check these lines out. This is the problem with it. There's so much manipulation, and this is drawn over, folks. This is Opportunity. This is not digitally AI enhanced. This has been drawn over. This is crap. This is by a team of people that were doing this, okay? Okay, back into that. Now you can see there's different weird shapes inside this whole area. Now I'm going to do this in white. You still can see it. All along here, it looks like these weird, like smoothed out shapes, which, you know, is it possible from erosion? Absolutely. But I think these are objects that have been manipulated over, made to look like nothing more than a hill or a mountain or a butte. Call it what you will, right? Okay, so let's go over to the left. And we're going to keep going. All right? Okay. You're starting to see the lines here now a little bit better. When you see this over here, multiple layered stuff. You can almost see like small areas like this here. And then other areas doing this very faintly. In other words, you can see this area is dark on the very left. You can see it's darker than the middle piece, kind of like on this side. You can see it over here. Look at going up, straight across. Of course, it's not very straight. But again, I'm doing this freehand, folks, so just bear with me. Just to give you folks an idea. And guys, come on, look at this crap. Again, this wide opening right here. Come on, look at this. In fact, I've seen this photo before, and this thing, I swear to you, almost looked like a train coming out of this weird tunnel. And my last video I had done, and this was years ago, I have done this. It's just absolutely crazy, right? See that? Pretty weird. Okay, so let's keep going with it. I'm going to go back to this enhancement. I'm going to do it overall. Okay, keep going. Try to bring this out a little bit more. Lighten it up a little bit. You can see small objects right here. Notice the little lines in them right here. The weird shapes of these objects. Okay. There's white pieces in here. There's different objects inside here. Or it's the side of a structure, whatever. These could be like a louvered section of the building. We don't know. It's pure speculation. Objects over here. I'm not sure what to even make of these, this lighted area. Okay. Something right here. I don't know if you guys will see this. It's pretty weird. And it looks like something drops way down here. Okay. But again, we're looking at this, just this section alone, folks. We don't even have to look at the rest of this if we don't want to. We can see this, and they literally do what they can, put an obfuscation, put something in there so you and I cannot see this. And clearly, this doesn't look naturally made. At least in my opinion, it does not. Okay? I'm going to back out. And I'm going to go right to the full enhancement. Again, we're bringing out a bunch more lines. So there's a lot going on over here. There's something sitting right here. Not even sure what to make of that. I'm going to zoom into it. You folks can take a look at this. Check this out. Now, again, we're seeing these weird shapes in here. Now, we are zoomed in here, so it does look incredibly grainy. But I can see objects on the side of this hill coming down. Is it a hill or is it a complex of some sort? I think, in my opinion, this is some kind of complex. I'm going to go from left to right here. Okay, stop it where you want to have a closer look. Use your magnifiers or your eyepieces, whatever you want to use. And folks, it's crazy the stuff that's in here. Keep in mind, we're trying to get around the manipulation, which it's all over the photo. Which it's not good because you're trying to get out every last line you can to bring out what's really in here. And of course, you have a mix of both. Okay, I'm just going to brighten up a hair bit. And again, we'll have a look to the left. Again, pause it any way you want to. Put it in the center here. Again, look at this piece in the center. This is just weird looking here. White line here, it's right there. Just weird. And of course, this whole section right here alone, just to the side and a little higher than this object, right? Just those lines alone, folks. That's all we need to see. Jump all the way to the right. And again, we have what looks like another opening right here. Kind of looks like it's doing this and over. And it looks like there's some objects inside there. Is it possible this area is caved in? And then we're just seeing that, and, you know, we think it's just the side of a mountain kind of sunk in a little bit. I don't think that's the case. I think this has been caved in, and I think, again, we're seeing ruins, and some of it may not be all the way ruined, folks, because some of it looks still pretty good, like it's not in ruins, and then some of it kind of looks caved in, right? So here's the overall, right there. Have a look at that. I'm going to put it up here a little bit more on the screen so you guys can see this. The bottom really makes no difference. It's like they're trying to make that super bright so you can concentrate on that area. But just have a look at the magnifier. Just look over it. Now, it is grainy. That's the only thing that really is a problem with this photo. And I'm not usually a big fan of using these. However, this is where they make their most mistakes. You know, when they give you these glorified AI-enhanced photos, it looks smooth, it looks colorful. But that's not what I want to see. I want to see the actual raw photo. And this is closest to raw than it is to enhance it like they do with AI, and then pass it off to the public. This, to me, is more accurate. Now, again, we're seeing, the actual photo with a lot of manipulation and drawings and so on and so forth. So let's go back to just the original one and zoom back into this area. I'm going to put it right in the middle. Folks, this alone. Just this alone. Again, I don't have to do anything else to this photo. That section. That section right there. Don't have to do a thing to it. That's crazy. Just those shapes alone are in the side of this hill. That's telling me this whole thing, I'm going to just back out a little bit. This whole area is nothing but a complex. This whole thing. It's made to look like nothing but hills. Now, is it possible it is hills? Sure. And it built into it. But either way, this stuff is not natural. In my opinion, it is not. Again, back out. There. A little less enhancement. Have a better look. Sometimes it's too much on these lines, and then it overwhelms you. Just that middle section I showed you earlier with the three, looks like 3 squares and an opening up there. Take different steps as we go along. And that's the final enhancement. Right there, folks. Right there. Bring it up a little bit. There you go. Folks, when I first saw this photo, right off the bat, I went, wow, how does nobody notice this? Literally squares, 3 of them on the side of each other with a larger opening. How does nobody see that? They'll look at a little rock on the ground in the foreground and go, wow, it's a person. And it's clearly nothing. It's nothing more than a stone. But when I look at those, I look for the shapes of things like that can be multiple shapes in a row that are the same shape. And you go, okay, how is this possible on a side of a hill? So clearly that's intelligently made and put there. Is it built into a hill, or is it just a complex and it's made to look like some kind of large hillside or butte or whatever? It just doesn't make sense. I see things that obviously are been manipulated over so you can't see it very clearly. And that's the whole idea of it, right? To hide the details so that you and I are none the wiser. And unfortunately, that's what we're given. We're given a crap JPEG. And a lot of people say, like I said, oh, well, why do you use JPEG? It's trash. Well, it's the rawest photo that you can get. Not the AI, all beautiful again. It looks all made up. It's orangey, pukey color. That's all AI enhanced. That's just garbage. Now, some of these JPEGs don't look as bad as this. That's what I'm saying. They vary. And I would bet that they have a computer that lifts out every other pixel out of the photo, and it makes it that grainy. And, of course, coupled with this airbrushing or whatever they want to put over these photos to block these objects, this is what we end up with. As always, folks, drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think. I'm curious to see what you guys find. Don't forget to like and share the video. It's always appreciated. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that YouTube shares it. Folks, I was coming up with another moon photo, but unfortunately that photo was on the other computer that blew up. But I also thought I had it on this hard drive, and I'm having problems trying to find it now. I will definitely find it, and we'll make a video out of it, and we'll get it out to you. In the meantime, we have more videos come out, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Always appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.